Okay, and we're back. So the guards are like, "Oh my god! Ah! Okay, we can't let you die. You saved our town from the goblins. Go! And so the other guard runs out and goes running. Jumps. Oh wait, DC went down. Tries to walk over nicely the little path he laid out to the bridge. Let's see. Dexterity. Almost falls in the edge, holds on the side, pulls himself up, and goes running and starts yelling for the other guards to come. So the other guards come back, and literally it seems like the seconds are just long, and closer and closer Effie is getting to that bright light. And they're like, run! So they're running, and they come and, let's see. I'm going to do this so you can see how badly I'm rolling here. There we go. Alright. They jump it. First guard jumps. Makes it. Next guard jumps. Makes it. And then the third one jumps and kind of slips a bit, but catches and runs and makes it. And they all come in from what launched they were. They file in. Let's see here. They're like, what's going on? It's like, somebody is dead or dying. It's like, listen, we couldn't use this earlier. I don't know how to use it, but we have this. He presents a scroll and says, I don't know what we can do, but it's the least we can do for saving a town. We couldn't use it on the lady. She was long gone. But if one of you want to try, hands it to Vincent.
I fumble with it, my hands covered in, like, Effie's blood, as I've been trying to hold it in. No. Cormac, you're the only one. I hand it off. And now that it's like, covered with her blood.
It's a scroll. He looks at it. What kind of language is written on it? Is it just arcane symbols?
It's arcane symbols, Paladin. You recognize them.
Oh. Okay, well. And he takes off his helmet and he puts it on her head. Just jams it. It's ill-fitting and it doesn't look like it fits at all. But the dent's there. The dent is there. And he reads the scroll.
As he's reading the scroll, is there anything anybody else is doing to try to help the situation?
Yeah, I'm trying to close the wound.
Alright.
I'm gonna grip her head with one hand as I read the scroll with the other, and I'm like jostling her head around and like giving her a slap.
Oh my god.
Is that really necessary? It's
part of the process!
Alright.
We're tempting fate, my friend.
Come on, little miss. I still got to take you home.
Can I use my position to retrieve his tools?
Sure.
I'll use that and try and close
You take her medicine. Take her medicine kit. You take out your needle, and you attempt to sew up the slash. And you do a fantastic job. It looks better than your pants. And you sew up her wounds while waiting for the guards to come back. And you just get finished as Cormac jams the helmet on her head.
Come along, miss. You still have many things to experience. You're not done yet. As I'm sewing it up.
Anybody else?
Vince.
I take my big ham fist and I bring it down on her chest, trying to like restart her heart.
Oh, this is Pulp Fiction shit. Love it.
Okay.
1.
You're not done
2.
until I get you home.
You don't get paid if I'm dead, bitch.
let me type this. I want you to roll, let's see. I'm gonna say you're proficient with your hands. Go ahead and roll a medicine, because you're trying to figure it out, so, I'll let you use your proficiency if you don't have one for medicine, because you're just trying to...
So, wisdom plus 2. 19.
Alright, it seems to,
Yeah.
her body shakes a bit, and then it kind of goes cold. So, okay, so this is what you need to get. Let's see.
Don't fuck this up, Cormac. Just joking. Don't freak
It's
out.
Dent.
Sorry, Dent, yeah.
It's the will of Dent. You're either in his favor or you are not.
Alright.
She dents her water bottle.
Alright. Cormac, all on you.
Shaking her head, reading the scroll.
I'm so fucking brain dead right now. This guy.
Serve us, Dent, or serve her. And the roll.
You see this light, Evie, and it goes darker and darker, and you see
Hey, wait
this-
a minute.
this dwarf, with this dent not in the helmet but in their head, and has like wings, and
Oh my
you're
God.
drawn to it, and you're kind of going,
most beautiful
what? It's like,
dwarf.
how are you alive? Got a big dick in your head, and something tells you to trust it, so you go towards that. And when you open your eyes, you see Cormac like smacking you, and you have a dented helmet on.
I had a dream and there was a yellow brick road and you were there and you were there and you were there.
Oh, well done, Cormac. Well done.
Well, it's not me. It's the Dent, you see.
What-
And I
what-
take the helmet back.
Sweat.
Mine.
Oh, she sits up and she reaches for everyone's hands, just sort of grabbing on everyone's hands. And I guess her hands look pretty tiny in Vince's hands. And she
Yeah.
grabs on a Dace last and she's like, "Guys, I think I died."
Yeah. Wasn't very good.
It was such a humbling experience. So the moral being, don't open any chests, don't go into any rooms.
Guard stands up, looks at you, says, and looks down and says, "So, that's why the sword came alive?"
Would you believe me if I told you I was going to put something of mine in there?
No.
Well, unfortunately, you would be wrong. I was not going to steal any of the lady's effects. I was, however, curious, as was the cat, and it appears I only have 8 lives now.
That scroll was rather expensive, so considered you all paid for helping our town.
Thank you. And which guard is this, by the way?
This is not the lady. She just kind of is rolling her eyes the whole time because she's like thinking, "I know I told you to not go in that doggone room, and you did it anyways." So, let's see. This is Torm.
Thank you, Torm.
He's like,
Without your quick thinking, I would have surely been a goner.
yeah, I was out. They had to come get me, and I mean, you're just lucky I had it because we couldn't use it. Believe me, we would have used it earlier to raise Our Lady.
I'm sure my father will pay you well. I will write to him.
And who was your father again? Baroness...
F.E. Gray. Oh my god, I can't remember my dad's
See him
name.
pull out.
I can pull up my bio.
See him pull out a quill and some little scrap and starts writing down.
Cool. Now, he knows I am not... he knows I am traveling. But he may have some questions as my whereabouts, which I'm sure
He
you will
pushes this in your
withhold.
face and says, "Sign here."
Okay, alright. Sure.
And what are you gonna do, guard, about the wizard that's loose in this tower?
They kind of look at Cormac and's like, "There's no wizard. It fly." Turns back to Effie. And it's like, fine.
Yes, yes.
Nothing.
She starts writing down her she kind of thinks better of it and maybe writes down her grandfather's name instead. It's a little more chill.
Kind of looks and says,
Oh,
"Got a
yes.
signet ring or something that says you're royalty?"
I certainly do, but you cannot have it.
I just want to make sure that we're talking.
She holds out her hand kind of like a dead fish. Which is
Yeah,
what
he
it
kind of
feels like.
takes your hand and looks at it, looks at your face,
Yes,
starts
I am.
writing down something, whatever on your ring, making notes.
Yeah,
Kind of
the
folds it,
arm.
sticks it in his pocket, and he's like, "Maybe a time where
where
we need help rebuilding this. Maybe we'll come calling. Maybe
Yes,
we
I'm
won't."
sure. You may. I would ask for my grandfather. He's a little bit more of the wealthy variety, and his name is Earl Sampson Gray. But if you must write my father, Viscount Thaddeus Gray, don't write my mother. She'll just cry.
Says,
But- But the grandfather will absolutely.
he walks over back to the table. Says, "All right.
Perhaps I shall write to them as soon as I am well enough to stand on your behalf, and then we can just have an owl. Carry it on over.
So he can get some sleep." Kind of rolls his eyes.
I'm a woman of my word, sir.
She walks over to him and says, "All right. Listen, Torm, just maybe she just couldn't help herself. You know how adventures are. Sometimes they like to gamble." She kind of looks back, shakes her head, and he's like, "Yeah,
You will
yeah."
not impugn the little lady's honor. She would not steal anything. She just merely needed a place to rest, fitting her stature.
Well, unfortunately, we don't.
But yes,
have
it
that
will no
place.
longer be an issue because this is proven to me that from now on she cannot leave my sight, not for an instant. So I very calmly but firmly take her by the shoulders and usher her gently into the den.
Can you at least fetch my armor and maybe a clean dress from the closet?
Oh, of course. I'm sure the elf will be glad to do that, won't you, Dacia?
And this guard just kind of looks over. He's like, "I'm gonna stand outside, stand watch." And this other guard's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna walk around the town." The guard's gonna go try to jump over.
I mean, Dace, honestly, look at it. It's quite the. Oh wait, no, my clothes aren't even on. I'm wearing I'm wearing like a undergarment of some sort, like a 50s type of looking thing. There's a picture.
I think you will be fine until the morning.
Like this. I
Some of
suppose
my
you meant
best work.
woods.
I point to the stitching on your wound.
Oh my! Well, it certainly seems so. Now, could you please fix and stitch my dress? I just suffered a horrible accident. It would be, I think, a wise decision and experience for you to fetch my things for me, please. Friend, best friend, fellow traveler, my favorite little elf. And I would like to roll persuasion.
It's up to you, Daisy. I don't like to handle those, making folks do stuff. So
With disadvantage because you just died.
Yeah, and I need help. I'm like,
you
On
have
my deathbed.
make sure you think about that. You're gonna have -4 to everything for right now.
okay, what's the easiest way to do that? Just Jim that.
Probably I would just say you could change it on your sheet if you want to, but you could just remember it. It's fine.
Okay, I want to change
You
it.
don't have to keep changing it.
It's fine. Fun.
It's so. I'm guessing the three of you go inside of the den.
Yeah.
Not Cormac.
Whether or not DCI gets her stuff or not, she's
It's
not going
yeah.
anywhere without me anymore. And she's going to stay in the den for the rest of the night.
All right, Cormac, what are
I'm
you
going
doing?
to sleep with my back against the door.
Wall against the door.
Oh
You
my
can't
God.
even get out.
Cormac doesn't know how magic swords work, or if wizards can bring them back together and make them fly again. So he's taking the pieces and he's gonna go throw it into the river.
Okay. You gather all the pieces of the sword that's all broken up, and you just start throwing them in different directions just to make sure they don't even inside the water when you come together.
Smart. Then he comes back and he'll come back into the den and look at you all, just kind of standing there.
Kind of have to move the door, kind of push it open a bit. There's a big heavy Goliath on the other side.
I let him in. Yeah, he's fine. He can take care of himself. There's only one person.
All right, Daisy,
Excuse me.
what are you doing?
It's not. Was there any bits of that sheet left?
Oh yeah.
All right, I go get that and I bring that.
They were
I
just,
just-
outside where you had them. You bring them back
Yep,
inside.
I just bring back what's left of the sheets,
Mhm.
and I hand them in.
Hand them to the guards.
No, I give them to Effie.
Oh, okay.
And what am I supposed to do with these rags?
It's sheets. You can wrap them up
Wrap them up where?
around you
Forever?
until the morning when you go and get your armor.
Well, can't you just escort me upstairs? Are you telling me I have to be wrapped in sheets instead of just getting my clothes?
Well, I think this is a good lesson. It's your lesson, so you can make something of it.
And still my decision. Effie, quite
I was going
at this
to-
comment.
I was going
rises,
to have you
little shaky.
sleep outside with me, but it seems that Vincent has another thought, which is also fine. And I bow.
So who are you to dole out punishments? The jury and executioner.
By the way, Effie, you're thinking about what you did see in there before before you were whisked away by a crazy sword. I'll tell you what was in there.
No, but I know when experience an experience that can be learned from is apparent, and this is something.
Well, surely I would learn the lesson with sheets or clothes.
You would learn it with much less. You are alive, and therefore you can still learn. And I head on.
I'm gonna go back to where I was sleeping before.
That's too far away. It
This
was
is
like
what
there.
was in there. You got a pretty good look before the sword started
Yeah.
animating and started flying at you. And all that is still in there since you didn't have a chance to take it. But
Wow.
what's in there?
So Effie, kind of pissed off at Dace's comment, stands slowly and shakily, and she says, "Well, I would certainly rather die in my clothes and in a bunch of sheets. And if I am to live in fear for the rest of my living, then I certainly wouldn't be alive at all." And of course, she slowly marches up to Vincent, who is laying against the door.
That is very admirable sentiment. But tonight we are all going to sleep together, nice and peacefully, like big family.
That is
So-
fine, as soon as I get to my clothes. Come with me.
ACI is trying to teach you one of his weird lessons. And in this instance, I am okay with that. They will be there in the morning. I don't move.
It appears to me as though you just perhaps prefer to see me like this. You and
Not
ACI
really.
both.
No, it is fine. You can wrap the sheet around you, lie on the bare carpet. It's very
Just
comfortable.
Move.
That's a big sack of Goliath.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you can think of another way to get out, you're in for the night. Cormac, what are you doing at this moment? Are you still back on that comfy chair?
No, he's flipped the comfy chair on its back now, and he's resting his head on the back like a pillow, with his shield just kind of leaning up against the wall with his axe, so he can look at them. So he's facing the wall, looking at his weapons, wearing his helmet still. And if anybody rolls a very high perception, they'd probably hear him talking to the helmet. Whispering things like, that was really cool how, you brought her back to life. I didn't know you could do that. That was really cool.
Oh, Effie's the only one who's awake at this moment.
Yeah, and her back's against the wall.
Actually, yeah,
opposite
give me a
of-
perception. I want to see if you do end up.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you don't hear. You're too concentrated on
I'm too pissed.
yeah, trying
Her
to get out.
back's against the wall, and she is not wrapped in any sheets. And she is just staring there, glaring at the Goliath, who would not let her out of the room.
I am pretending very hard to be asleep.
Roll a deception. I really want to see if she believes you. So far, she has a 6 perception. So, yeah, you think he's asleep. Straight.
He's even got the rapid eye movement going on.
That's how good it is.
Super deep sleep.
So, sometime after a while, after figuring out that you're not getting out tonight, maybe you can just get it in the morning. As I said, you don't really hear anybody pacing. It kind of seems like either the guards are outside walking around or something. Somewhere in the middle of the night, a guard runs up to the door and bangs on the door. Excuse
Open
me.
in a crack. Yes.
There's maybe trouble, maybe not. There's someone at the gate. Could use your assistance.
Crap. Alright, Cormac. Evie. Go up, get your gear. Meet us at the gates.
Oh, you mean leave your sight? Can't wait.
I was having a good dream. And I start trying to put on my armor.
Did we get any sleep that night, or no?
Have we gotten any short rest at least?
Short, but not long.
Okay, I will take that because I get my endurance back.
Yes, short, but not long.
And I need to roll my hit die.
So, you do not get back anything to give you any extra health through the night at all.
And then walking out into the courtyard, looking up about what time is it.
Do you still
We'll
have
never
hit die
hit a
left,
level.
Effie? Because
Yeah.
this would still be from that first day. You never
Yep.
took a long rest
Yeah.
yet.
No, I never really got hit.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? You can roll your short if you have your short rest.
All gone.
Your hit die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any more.
We've been out since the third goblin.
24 perception. I'm sitting outside. Did I open
Oh,
I can see the door.
I would say that they're knocking. Yeah, you while you were.
I come out of my trance? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I totally forget to get DCI because that's how my.
I'm already like, as soon as the dude's banging on the door, I'm like, open my eyes, looking. I'm like wide awake.
I probably
just
just
stand
would have took your whatever your perception. I mean, you're in a trance, but you're not actively looking, so I wouldn't have you rolled an active perception. It would have just been
Okay.
your
Passive,
whatever.
well, it's 50.
Yeah, so just been 15. Anyways, I'm just letting you know for later if that comes up.
Yeah,
again.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, you heard it. Without a doubt, you
Yeah.
heard something.
Alright, so I just get up and I walk over as when they're coming out.
He's like, yes, and he walks away. So whoever is coming needs to come. Whoever is staying needs to stay.
Give me a minute. I gotta get this shirt on.
Yeah, they'll actually wait for you to put it on.
Effie heads back upstairs.
Okay. He doesn't even think about seeing you when you go upstairs. You find your armor, and you put your armor back on, and you are alone upstairs in that room.
In defiance, I open the chest again.
Okay, so you open the chest, and that's what you find. Nobody's there to know the wiser.
Flying sword comes out from under the bed.
I take it
Yes.
out of my personal inventory, and at which point I will give it back to the group, and I'm not pissed at them anymore.
Okay, so yeah, so all of that is what's in there. I'll just read it real quick, just for audio purposes. The interior of the wooden chest is divided into small compartments. Through a search, you see a velvet sack containing 180 silver pieces. You don't know that it pays money to pay the guards. I just put them there anyways. There's a silk pouch. It contains 4 gemstones in it, 100 gold pieces each. A silver jewelry box. The silver jewelry box itself is worth 25 gold pieces, and it contains the 3 necklaces, and each one is worth 250 gold pieces. You do know that, just so you're aware, know that everything you're taking does belong to the lady, and they did specifically tell you not to take it. So
Yes.
just to be aware of that if something arises.
You mean, like,
Oh, that's
getting
a
killed
Jewish.
from a chest?
She's rage stealing. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
she's
Yeah.
pissed. She
Yeah,
wasn't gonna
that's
steal,
fine.
but now she's stealing.
All right, so you take it. None of the guides are the wiser because of the commotion that's going on. They don't even see you walk upstairs. And he's like, he kind of waits around, and he's like, just come out when you're done. This guard comes over here. This other guard's like, we'll stand watch here, and you and Torm can go take care of the other thing. And so they wait for y'all to come by. See all of you. You know what? I'm gonna push you in here too because they would wait for you.
So, which gates? The one right here, or the one to the city?
I need everyone to make a acrobatics to try to walk across the gap.
Can I use athletics to do kind of like a sprint jump?
Well,
Are we going downhill now?
going down, it's more like to see if you land on your feet rather than if you can like jump it to get enough range. So it's just the athletics. But the DC has been put down because there's stuff there to help you. Except for, let's see. So
Did Relix,
Kitty is still curled up, taking a bath.
did he come and join me while I was having a rest or trance in the courtyard?
Nope. It seemed like
Nope.
she was just sitting. She was just sitting there chilling.
Okay. Alright, acrobatics. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Okay, so Effie comes down a bit later.
And I am going to take that healing potion now.
I think it was used on DCI.
Oh,
It was-
Daisy,
yeah.
I took it?
They took it out of your,
So,
to make sure he didn't die along with you.
Oh, then never mind.
Yeah, he was at death's door.
I was thinking 1.
One of your medicine check thingies are
Gone.
gone. However, when you do walk by Relics, she does kind of fly up and sit on your head.
My head?
Nope, Daisy Eyes.
Okay.
So, y'all jump over. Let's see if the guards make it over. Because they tend to do that sometimes. Yeah, they made it, which is fine. There are 2 guards over here. So the guards
And then we've heard about Muriel.
run over, and they're like, one guard posts up here, the other one says, "Follow me," and
So what is this that is so important?
someone is banging at.
Are they hostile?
I don't know. It just. The lady handles all this stuff. You know? We don't handle these things. Let's see. One moment.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't let me die then.
Trojan Mom. Sorry, I just had to say that because I just said that like weird.
Da, 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 da. It's the same like music that would sound there coming.
All right. So like you hear like kind of banging on the gate. It says, "Hey, hello. Just we're looking for someone. Can someone open so we can have a talk?" That's what you hear outside.
Gates are closed.
Yeah, yes, I can see that. Can someone?
I'd like to climb the tower to get a
who's
better
in charge?
look at the...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Torvin, is it? Or Kaelin? One of you. Who did I put in charge?
I believe, Miss Effie, it is still you who is in charge.
I don't think I'm in charge, but if you insist, okay. Open one of the towers. Let me take a look. I don't know where my token is. Where am I? I see Dace. I see you.
You're back at the bridge.
Oh,
Scroll down.
okay. Oh, I see. Whoop. So, guys, that bridge I said was to the south is the bridge literally to the keep. All right. And I'm going to try to go into this guard tower so I can take a look. Are the guard towers, like, how high are they? Will they be able to hear me from the top?
Sure. The guard towers, I will tell you though. They are. I love how I gotta scroll back. 20 feet tall.
Okay, it's not too bad.
That's what I thought. But I want to make sure.
I guess I'm going to open the door and start climbing the stairs slowly but surely. Let's see, have an elevator? No?
Nope.
Then I guess I will just climb the stairs.
While she's climbing, Cormac's like, I think the gates are just gonna stay closed tonight.
Sounds
Well,
like a good idea.
But I need to speak with someone.
What
There
am I
isn't very
doing?
many- There isn't very many people here. This town's gone through a crisis.
Shut up, Daisy.
What time is it? Like, super late? Early morning?
Yeah, it's like 3 in the morning at this point. It's
Oh, I would have been awake then anyway.
pretty dark. But nothing for anybody to get their complete short rest.
That would just be too amazing.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
To level up to level 2? Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, I was only in trance for 4 hours, but I still need to have an extra 4 hours.
Still need to have the extra 4.
Chilling.
So
I know. So I was probably chilling.
with the gate up, you know,
Yeah.
he's like, hi, my name is Zolkin. Zolkin Alexander. I'm here. I'm looking for a wanted criminal. Kella.
Ah, yes. Hello, I am Baroness Effie Gray. This town is currently under quarantine due to the giant attack / goblin invasion / the death of Kella Darkhope. So, unfortunately, you will have to turn away.
The death.
Ah, yes. She met an unfortunate end with an axe. Not a sword, but an axe.
Oh. He kind of looks down a bit and he's like, is there any way that at least maybe just I could come in and then you could raise it? It's very hard talking from this.
Yes,
height.
I see. However, there are many of you. I
can tell them to scoot back.
Way back.
So he turns around and he's like, that way. Yeah, and he kind of points and they kind of nod their heads. And they scoot back.
More.
They stand there. He's like, can I proceed now, please?
You may, but please be forewarned that we have several dozen guards here that are armed, so do not do anything to spook them.
As I climb up the tower, try to get an eyeball on them, do they look like official bounty hunters? Or people?
But what you think? They don't seem to be doing anything shady per se. I mean, they just look like regular bounty hunters.
Are they in uniform or just a motley crew?
Yes, they are in uniform.
Okay.
What's your business with the dead lady?
Oh,
Cormac's yelling
that's
through a
for
crack in the
me to
door.
know. But yes, I need to at least inspect her body.
If all you want is her body, you can certainly drag it away and collect your bounty. Let us let you in, but just you.
Yes.
And she kind of calls out because she knows someone else has to be in the other tower in order to lift the gate. Just one of them, she calls to Vincent.
Right. And I slide down the ladder and start lowering the bridge, along with whoever's in the other one. I can't see.
Me.
He once the gate gets down, he rides in, and he well, actually, he gets to Cormac first, I suppose. He's
And
like, can I
You could get off that horse.
well, he.
You have to get off that horse if you want to come in.
Oh, well, surely, my horse goes
You're
where I
making
go.
a lot of questions here. You're asking a lot. I'm asking one thing.
don't spook them. Remember what I said. We've had quite the trying time here. Please abide.
Trying time. What happened?
Come in off your horse. We shall explain it all. Quickly now.
There's like bodies all over the town square.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not wanting to get off his horse because of all the dead stuff. He's kind of concerned. It's like one of him against at least, he saw a big guy in the tower over to the left. You're talking, there's another one here, and there's one down there, and he's just one guy, and there's a guard. So he's like staying on his horse. He's like,
Can
at
I
least
roll
allow me to
persuasion?
stay on my horse. I met with your first demands. I'm just here to just get my stuff. And
Is Keller still in the place where we left her?
Oh, yeah, she's still dead on the ground, just laying there.
Oh, I'll just
An
go get
accident.
her then.
It's like, I need to see where she died, how she died, what happened, and I need to check her belongings and where she was staying. That's it.
That's a bit much, don't you think, for a dead person?
You want to see where she's staying? It's not like your horse can go inside there. So, maybe just get off the horse.
Do you have a warrant or a wanted poster or a something like that?
Oh, yes.
Paperwork.
He
I love paperwork.
reaches into his bag. He pulls it out and hands it to me.
Inspect it. Does it seem official?
How official do you... What would cause you to see, like, anything to know if one was real or fake? Or what?
There should be a seal on it, I
Yes,
assume,
it has
from
a
some
seal.
authority.
Yep.
Okay, and like a description of the likeness of the person.
I need you to give me an investigation.
All right,
Frowning, a big fat frowning.
an 8. It looks pretty good.
Give me a second. I forgot. How do you alt?
Alt double click.
Ew. Doop-a-doop.
I call out. No, hang on, I probably wouldn't have heard. Never mind.
Cormac's
Honestly, I'm
gonna
just quite
push into
happy
the
he has
guard to
paperwork.
get to the
It
tower.
looks very official to you.
Good enough. All right.
He holds out his hand to grab it back.
Yep. Then I hand it back to him.
And he stuffs it in there and he's like, "So can I proceed now?"
Let the man through, Cormac. Watch him
On the horse or off the horse?
on the horse. I doubt he'll get very far in a city this small.
I go over and I pick her up.
Cormac steps aside.
Come in cautiously.
He
and-
walks. He kind of looks at you like, "Okay."
I know what
I
you may be.
snort at the horse like a...
The horse snorts back.
The town was under attack.
He
apparently.
steps off his horse.
Raise the gate!
He kind of walks over here.
I
looks-
kind of do an eyebrow because she's like, "Don't boss me around in front of important people."
Okay, so when you see him, it's a tall individual. He isn't.
Handsome?
He is a very handsome half elf.
Oh,
This is what he looks
I guess
like.
I see that as he gets closer to me.
Oh, does he have one of those snake things too?
Not
Oh
on
my
him.
god. Shit,
Oh. Okay.
god. Was Kella a friend of yours?
No, just a bounty.
So all you want is money then?
Do. Let's see. Give me here. Actually, let me write this.
I have insight.
I went over and I picked Keller up and I brought her back.
You know what? I need to fix your thing, Cormac. It's not working for me.
Okie dokie, Smoky.
I bring him back to there and I put her.
So Cormac and I begin raising the gate, right? Okay.
Cormac's definitely not leaving the town. I was a soldier. That was my background, so you know how to open gates.
Yeah, you seem to think that he's being above board. It's just he's just trying to get her. He
I lay her down in front of me.
walks over, runs over, kind of reaches out and puts his hand back. Yes. He starts looking through her her outfit. How did she die?
You know, she did say something about someone else coming. That wouldn't be you, would it? Did she know there was a bounty on her head?
Well, I'm sure all criminals know they have bounties on their heads.
Well, you haven't met a man named Tambar who has no idea there's a bounty on his head.
Who?
How did you come to travel with her here, I guess? I didn't know she was here.
I'm not from this town, but I've been tracking this criminal for a while now. And, she just keeps getting... Sometimes she says she's like a monk or a peddler or merchant or whatever she can do. She stole something of mine. And, I want it back. And, I went to the authorities. And they put this bounty out for her, but that was it. They didn't search for her, didn't do anything, so I said that I would do it on my own. And they said that's fine. So that's why I needed to see her body.
Well, she just died over there, and I point behind the building. As was said before, it was an axe that felled her.
At that moment, I assume that we've put up the gate. Cormac comes out with his axe.
What, you laugh at his pun, not my pun? What was I like that. Good.
He's kind of looks at the gaping hole in the back of her head. And it's like, surely all one had to do, just one woman, tie her up? This level of violence is just... Did you all do this to her?
She was not a lovely lady. She did attack our party, and we had to put her down, unfortunately. I'm going to be above board with you, sir, because it seemed like a really candid fellow. She stole everything from us. We stole everything back from her. What is it you're looking for? I will give it to you. You can take her dead body
No.
from your bounty and be along your way.
I'm sorry. I do not know who you are. I'm not going to tell you, but... He turns and he's like, where did she die?
I point between the buildings.
He walks over. Looks around. Kind of follows the trail of blood.
Dace, perhaps you want to follow him. It's your decision, of course, being that you're super individualistic and everything, but just a thought.
It's like a bloodbath. All this just for one woman?
Some of that's probably mine as well.
She almost killed us all. Plus, she had a fancy flying snake thing.
She was known to keep a pet with her.
Yes, well, she was quite the death dealer, so...
After we protected her
I'm
from
assuming
a
you at least let
goblin
the pet
ambush,
go. Y'all are not those type of people that would kill innocent pets. Right?
Only those that, poisoned us and tried to rip our throats out.
What?
one of us sacrificed their lives protecting her from the goblins, and in return she left those dead and dying, stole our items, and then attempted to hide. When we confronted her, she shot at us. We responded in force.
Yes.
Kella would never! And he kind of stops it and...
Can I
kinda
insight
holds
that?
himself.
His
Yeah.
reaction to that?
Yes.
I already failed once, so I guess I can't reroll.
No, you cannot.
Pretty obvious. Hope someone does it. Woohoo!
Alright. Oh, that's right. This has no value to it.
Yeah, that would be like, it is regrettable.
It was
Such a
faked.
wasted opportunity to learn.
And he's like, well, anyways, he picks up her body and says, I would like to see where, but I guess I don't.
You don't seem like somebody that was hunting somebody down because they took something from them. You seem almost upset that she's dead. I don't think you're telling us the truth.
That's so good. So good.
He kind of looks at you, and you see like the corner of his mouth kind of come up, and he's like, she didn't deserve this. She didn't deserve this. And then you hear outside a bunch of commotion going on outside from the top coming down. And I need everybody to give me a perception check.
Wow, with my low perception. Very good rolls for
Negative 4
Cormac.
stats and some hits, guys. Don't die.
Perception. Vincent, you're just still kind of looking at.
I'm just watching the guy in here very closely. That's what I'm doing. Very, very closely.
Abby, you are too. Kind of thinking about what Cormac just said. As soon as the words come out of your mouth, and Cormac, you're really expecting like the ball to drop now. But you and Daisy, I hear what sounds like orcs coming outside of
Fuck this town, dude. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
and that's where we're going to end.
I've been at 1
That's why the
HP
gate stays
this
closed.
entire game. Yeah, good job. Good job, everybody. I live.
So when I die, my next character comes in with like having a long rest, right?
Yeah.